Well, howdy, everyone. If you are new to these here parts, I'm your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are... I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm doing that.
I think I'm going to run and hide.
We are coming to you live right now on the inaugural of the MSC World America. And if you were with us here just a few minutes ago, look at that epic shot. The moon is moving a little bit. It was a little bit further out, but just absolutely one of the best shots I've seen from our balcony cam on any of the cruises we've taken. It is a little bit windy, so that's kind of the fluttering you see. But anyway, we are live. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are going to have a cabin crawl, tall man style. We have 15 cabins to look at, and so hopefully you will find a cabin that you like here on this ship. And let's not forget, sometime by the end of our voyage on this ship, we're giving away that. That is a 1:400 scale Lego type replica of the MSC World America. We had it designed and built. It is a one of a kind. You cannot find that anywhere. It's not in the store. Nobody's ever built it before. We're going to give that away to somebody that's watching us live. So make sure you stay tuned because it will go to somebody watching live. All right. Let's just say a quick hello to everybody and then get to the cabins, shall we?
Good.
All right. So good evening there, Carol. How are you? Happy Sunday to you.
Yes.
Macrina, woo, let's go TMC. Happy Sunday. By the way, cabin crawl is another definition for drinking game for our folks. So if you're new to the channel, anytime I mention my height, drink. So go get your favorite beverage ready because we're about to get drunk. Hello, Irene. Dr. Cherie, welcome. Desiree, Gina, where'd you go? Gina, there you are. Gina, thank you. Welcome. Patricia, good to see you. Mama Tall Man. Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a great Sunday. John, good evening. Nice moonshot. I know. Isn't that phenomenal? Look at that.
That is so cool.
Oh, the captain's turned a little bit just so that the moon is in the correct position again for us. That's just epic, guys.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make it better is if it was a little less windy so that the camera wasn't fluttering.
Right.
It's blowing at about 35 knots. So a little bit windy today, but not too bad.
Nah.
Anyway, Irene, Bev,
Hey,
Mike. Huh?
Where did we go? We're not there.
Oh, yeah, we're not there.
No.
Oh,
well.
You know why? Because it's a new scene. Sorry. There we are.
There we go.
Oh,
Now
sorry
I can
about
wave
that.
to everybody.
Yeah, we probably weren't even talking. They probably couldn't hear us either.
We're
going to get a
muted.
lot of, you're muted. Again, Mike, Danny, Mrs. Mac, Alex, Tuesday, hello, Shelly W. Everybody's here. Ron Jones. I believe Kathy reached out to you today, Ron. Hopefully we'll see you on the group cruise.
Yeah.
Group cruise, we got a group cruise coming too. Speaking of which, that's also off. There we go. Group cruise up there in the top corner. Ron will tell you they're joining us. 15 cabins, T. Brookie, Hickey Nuki. All right. So cruise control. Hey there, tall guy. Ahoy. Hello to you. Oh, Jay making wait, man, there's a lot of people in here tonight. So Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. And we will be giving that ship away during one of our broadcasts. I'm not going to tell you which one, but one of them in the next few days. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start our cabin crawl tall man style. And we're going to start with a studio interior. So let's get to it tall man style.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Filming tall man style.
This is cabin 16541. This is a studio interior. As you see here, when you come in, you have a full-size bed, which is nice. Nice dressing mirror there. Lisa standing in front of the TV, and you have your phone right there. Next to the bed is your closets. This side is shelves, drawers, and your safe. The other side is all hanging. There is some USB power by the bed. Over here, you have two US, two USB, two European. Mini fridge drawer, and a little bench to sit on. Going into the bathroom, you do have a nice corner shower with an adjustable shower head, nice L-shaped mirror here, single basin sink. Toilet, not too bad. I would say it's okay for someone my height at 6'4". All right, and a nice makeup mirror. There you go. There is your studio which is just made for one person. So I like that other cruise lines outside of NCL make the studio, so they don't have to pay for two people, right? Why pay for two if it's just going to be one? Anyway, studio. Let me know what you think. Ciao.
All right, so there was your studio. Let's keep this rocking and rolling with a deluxe interior.
This is cabin 16118. This is a deluxe interior. As you come in, your bed is straight in front of you. It's either a king-size bed when it's together the way that you see it, or it could be two twins and separated. The nightstands that you see there would just go in the middle. Up here, you do have USB on both of the light areas there. In front of the bed here, you have your little desk area with a stool, drawer there, mini fridge, 2 European, 2 USB, 2 US. That nice mirror, couple shelves. Over here, your closets. There's just 2 of them. You have hanging on the one side, safe, shelves and drawers on the other, as you can see. And behind Lisa is the TV.
And telephone.
And telephone. Let's not forget that. You have a nice big dressing mirror, though. Nice. Over here is the bathroom with the lights off. There we go. You do have a nice corner shower, glass door, adjustable shower head, lotions and potions in there. It's soap and shampoo. Toilet, a decent place for someone my height, 6'4", but I wouldn't want to be any taller. The sink might be in the way. A couple shelves, nice L-shaped mirror, makeup mirror. Outside of that, it's a decent looking size bathroom. So when you come out of the shower, I guess you can then close the door and dry off in there. I don't know. We'll let you know. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Okay, we'll let you know. Small. The bathroom's a little on the small side.
They are small.
I just really do fit on the toilet with my legs. It's okay. I could be wider, but length definitely no longer than or taller than 6'4". Your legs would be in the wrong place. Like she said, in the shower, you get out. It's a little tight. I mean, we've seen smaller bathrooms.
We have definitely seen smaller, but this one's tight.
This one's a little tight. Yeah, I mean, heck, the bathrooms in the Aqua that we just got off, they were beautiful.
They were
huge,
nice, large bathrooms. So this definitely feels smaller.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, we got now a studio ocean view.
This is cabin 14005. This is a studio ocean view. Now, the studios are really meant for one person, but I believe you can put 2 in here. It's a smaller bed. It's only a full-size bed, but, you guys can cuddle. There is a little dressing mirror right here, by the way. As you come in over here on this side, you have your closets. There's shelves, drawers, safe. All that stuff is in there. Over on this side, you have your desk area. There's a little table, a stool, drawer, your mini bar. From a power standpoint, you have 2 European, 2 US, 2 USB, some shelves, and this does light up, by the way. They've mounted the phone to the wall to save space. There's also power USB, by the way, on that light. Across from this area is your TV. So the bed is right there. TV's right there, not bad. Again, this is an ocean view. It's a little bit obstructed, but it's not bad. But studio ocean view. Let's take a look at the bathroom, see how that looks. So you have a corner shower. Not too bad. Adjustable shower head. Toilet's in a decent place for someone my size. I don't think I want to be too much taller because the sink, where that is. But I'm definitely going to say it's okay for 6'4". You got a makeup mirror, L-shaped mirror, as you can see. A couple shelves. There's power in here. Yeah, nice. And some cabinetry down beneath there. So overall, nice bathroom. Let us know if this would be too small for 2 people. Again, it is called a studio, which in most cases would be for one person. But as you see, they do have 2 beach towels rolled up there. So they might insinuate it's for 2 people. I don't know. 1 person or 2, you tell me. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
1 person. I don't know why there was 2 towels, 2 beach towels there. In fact, in the inside, studio inside, there was 2 bathrobes laying there as well. So they're a little confused. Studios, 1 person. All right, moving on to a deluxe ocean view.
This is cabin 5020. This is deluxe ocean view. And as you see, I'm looking right away down to the nice big porthole. A nice ocean view. Down here at this end of the cabin, you do have a sofa, which in a lot of cabins can convert to become a bed. Across from this, you have your mini fridge, drawer there with a little table. Don't forget the little stool. Safe and 2 drawers. From a power standpoint, you have 2 European, 2 US, 2 USB. This does light up. You just got to turn it on. There it is. phone, and your nice TV. Down where Lisa's standing there, there's your bed. It is a king-size bed as you see it here, or it could be two twins, so you just have to separate them, and then the nightstands would go in the middle. Speaking of, by the nightstand, you have two USB, or I should say one on either side. Your closets there, this side is shelves and drawers. The other side is all hanging. There's also sort of a little shelf down there at the bottom. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Bathroom toilet's in a decent place for someone my height at 6'4", though I wouldn't want to be too much taller because that sink would be in the way of your legs. Nice L-shaped mirror, makeup mirror. There's power down there, and you also have a nice corner shower with a shower head that is handheld, as well as you can raise it up and down. So there you go. There is your deluxe ocean view. Let us know what you think of this one. Nice big porthole. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Macrina, there's actually studio cabins sort of spread throughout the ship. There's a little everywhere. They're not just in one center sort of location. They're all over. All right, moving on to a deluxe balcony, which I believe is our balcony.
All right, everybody, this is cabin 10266. This is a deluxe balcony, and it just happens to be our balcony. So as you come in, there's your door. The bathroom's over there, but we'll see that last. Here's our closet. We have two closets. This side is shelves and drawers. The other side is hanging. There's a little shelf down there. There's also a little shelf up at the top. Over here we have our desk. There's a little table there and a stool, mini fridge. Our safe is in the middle plus two drawers. This is it's lit up already. So there's with the light off. Okay. From a power standpoint, 2 European, 2 US, and 2 USB. Nice big TV there. Now right across from that is your sofa. You'll be watching us a lot from this spot right here. And in some cabins that can convert to be a bed. Down here is the master bed. This is in its king configuration. It could be two twins. They would separate. If they separate you, then just these nightstands go in the middle. From a power standpoint, there is USB on either side of the bed. No 110, just USB. We do have a deluxe balcony. Let's go take a look at it. So, see what balcony cam's going to be giving you. So it's a decent size, not too big, not too small. We've had bigger and we've had smaller. So we are right towards the back of the ship, y'all. I mean, there's only a couple cabins behind us. There's 4. Let's get a look at this bathroom. I'm going to give this to Lisa. We're going to test out this toilet. So as you can see at my height of 6'4", I just fit. I'm going to definitely give it a thumbs up, so it's good for the tall and fluffy. As you see, a nice one-piece sink sort of thing here. Lots of countertop space. Got some soap dispenser, L-shaped mirror, a couple shelves. Got a makeup mirror here. There's a cabinet underneath there as well. Now the shower, it's sort of a corner shower here with a glass door. Plenty of room in here. Interesting, it doesn't have a handle on the inside, just a little knob. All right, so not too bad from a height standpoint. Maybe 4 inches more, so you wouldn't want to be more than 6'8". Outside of that, yeah, pretty decent space. So let's see if we both can fit in here. All right, now you gotta leave. I can't get out unless you go.
Well, I thought you said you wanted to see if we would fit.
Oh, I mean in the bathroom because you didn't leave. All right, everybody, there's our cabin until we see you on the next one. Ciao.
All right, but before we lose the moon, let's go back to balcony cam real fast.
Oh, yeah.
See, there's that view.
Nice.
Oh, live from PAL. We're just gonna hang up. There we go. Look at that. That is a live shot. Everybody that's joining us live, we are 100% live here on the MSC World America. We're in our cabin. This is cabin 10266. We just looked at it a second ago, did a review on it. That is the camera that is on our balcony facing forward. We are towards the back of the ship, and just an absolute epic shot tonight. So let's keep on going. Oh, we're giving away a ship. Let's not forget that. Y'all hang around. I mean, might be tonight. You never know. And if you don't know, that's the picture of it right there.
Yep.
6,000 pieces. I haven't gotten the piece count yet. I should hopefully get them tomorrow. But it's like 35 inches by, it's huge. One of a kind. Can't find that in the store. We actually had it designed and built. So thank you so much. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan, because we are going to give it away live to somebody watching. So tonight, tomorrow, the next night, one of the next couple nights.
With the next few nights, yeah.
Yes. So let's now, we just finished our cabin. Let's move on to a deluxe balcony with a promenade view.
This is cabin 16248. This is a deluxe balcony, but promenade view. And we'll go right out there so you can see the promenade view. You got a couple of chairs out here, which are nice. Decent sized balcony. In this particular cabin, you have views down there of the promenade. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And that drop slide. Coming into the room, you have a king size bed, or it could be two twins if you wanted to separate it. That's just sort of a bench at the foot of the bed. Nice headboard. There's USB-C on either side of the bed. Across from the bed, you do have a mini fridge. There is a little table, stool, some shelves, European power here, and that is US power there, and a couple more USB. Nice size TV. Nice dressing mirror. Hello, everybody. Your closets are over here. There's 3 of them. 1 here, and then there's 2 here. There's stuff in there, so I don't want to open that. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Toilet, not too bad. If you're a little bit taller than me, your legs might be hitting the sink, but I think it'll be pretty close. All right, nice one single basin sort of thing there, one piece. Got some shelves. There's power up there, makeup mirror right there. Corner shower with a door, adjustable shower head. Of course, there's lotions and potions in there. There is your deluxe balcony promenade view. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
All right, I want to know in the chat, who likes the ocean, the promenade view? Right? Promenade view, yes. So I know, I want to know who likes that. And more so than that, I really want to know who likes this next cabin. This is an infinite ocean view.
This is cabin 12070. This is an infinite balcony, or an infinite ocean view, I should say. It doesn't have a balcony. It has this big window. Again, infinite ocean view. So this area here and most of the other cabins would be a balcony, but instead you have this big wall of glass. Now this is actually a window that will electronically go down so you can get some sea breezes, and which is, I think it's really neat. Since we're down at this end, you do have a nice big sofa that in some cabins can convert to be a bed. Across from the sofa, you have your TV. Beneath it is your mini fridge. There's some storage underneath here. Over here, you have your little movable table and a little stool. From a power standpoint, you have 2 US, 2 USB, and 2 European. Some big shelves over here. Down here in the bedroom area, that is a king-size bed, or it could be 2 twins if you want to separate them. There's USB power on either side of the bed. There is also a big mirror at the foot of the bed. Now, this being an infinite balcony, you do have a little dressing area here, or at least a makeup mirror and table and stuff with some additional power. 2 closets, that side's all hanging, as you can see. This is shelves, safe, and drawers. Let's take a look at the bathroom. Toilet, and a great place for someone my height at 6'4". Nice shower, decent size. It's not even a corner shower, it's nice size. Single basin sink, L-shaped mirror, 3 shelves, power, soap, everything that you need. Well, there you have it. Let us know if you like that, or would you rather have a balcony? We'll see you on the next one. Ciao!
Yeah, it seems all these big ships have the infinite balconies. The Icon does. I think Utopia does as well. I can't remember, but Celebrity does, and obviously the ship does. So the infinite ocean views or infinite balconies, they are called infinite ocean views because there is no balcony. I'd like to know if you guys really like that. So anyway, all right, let's keep on moving. We have a couple of accessible cabins. This one's an accessible interior.
This is cabin 14534. This is an accessible interior cabin. As we come in, I'm just going to turn around so you can see how wide this area is where Lisa's coming in. Wide enough for the chairs and scooters. On to your right as you come in is your closet. You have shelves, drawers on that side. On this side will be all hanging, and a little stoop down there, a little bench. I don't know what you want to call it. Shelf, stoop, It's not a stoop. I'm a stooge is what I am. Over here, you have a mini bar. There is a drawer there, a little table. From a power standpoint, it's 2, 2, and 2. European, USB, US. Shelves as well. Now, as you can see, there is plenty of room for a chair or scooter on this side. Not so much over there. So for those in the wheelchairs or scooters, we're going to have to be on this side. You have European power here with USB, and you have US with USB. Across from the bed is your TV. Right, now, this is, again, accessible, so you'll have a zero clearance bathroom or roll right in. Plenty of grab bars in the shower and the toilet. Don't forget, we have a bench to transfer over to in the shower. You have an adjustable handheld. There is a phone in here for emergencies if you need. There's a sink that you can also roll up to, makeup mirror, nice L-shaped mirror, some shelves, and power. So there you go. There is your interior accessible cabin. Let us know what you think of this one. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Who's a peon? I'm not a peon. I'm a streaming. European? Are you? No, sorry. All right, let's look at an accessible balcony.
This is cabin 15116. This is an accessible balcony cabin. There's Lisa. You see her moving around. I'm going to actually turn around to show you sort of the doorway. You can see it's nice and big. It's a little tight there, but all the scooters and chairs are going to fit through there. You also have 2 peepholes, one down there, one up top. You put your key card in there to actually turn the lights on here. Let's see. What did that do? I don't know. I don't know either. I'm trying to figure it all out. That turns everything off. Well, there's a light right there, and I was just trying to turn the light on, so I'm guessing that bulb isn't quite working yet. So as you come in here, you see there's your bed. Now, this might be a little bit tight the way that it is if you have a wheelchair, but you definitely can get in on this side. Here's your closet. There's 2 sides to it, as you can see. This side is all hanging, and the other side is shelves and drawers. Across from this, you have a mini bar, a drawer there, 2 USB, 2 US, 2 European, mirror with a light above it. Again, your shelves. TV across from the bed. There's a little movable table here. There is a lot of room over here. So I guess they're assuming because this is cut the way that it is, that you could get a wheelchair or scooter. I'm just not sure about a wheelchair. If it's, like a bigger wheelchair, that might be a little bit tight. That's just me. Now the balcony, it does have this nice big ramp. So there you go. The ramp is down right there. And it's obviously a huge balcony. This is like a suite size balcony, guys. Great views looking that way. It's going to be hard to see this way, but there is great views that way. Let's go look at the bathroom. Now the bathroom will be zero clearance, meaning you'll be able to roll right in. There you go. There are grab bars in the shower, grab bars by the toilet. There's a bench you can transfer over to in the shower. The head, rain shower head here, or handheld shower head, I should say, is adjustable, so it can be lowered. There's a phone in here for emergency. Your sink you can roll up to as well. And got some soap there, makeup mirror, and a couple of shelves. So there is your balcony. And again, accessible cabin. Let me know what you think about this area if you think it's too tight. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao!
Ciao! Yes, by the way, afterwards, I figured out those are the make up the cabin button or do not disturb button. The 2 little buttons that I had been pressing. So this was the first time I was playing with them, and we were running around with our heads cut off. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, that is the do not disturb and please make up the cabin sign. All right, time to get into the Aurea set of cabins. So we're starting off with an Aurea premium balcony.
This is cabin 15130. This is an Aurea premium balcony. And as you come in, it's going to look just like a regular balcony, slightly different decor. So when you first come in, you're going to have Lisa right here. No, she's not going to be there. Anyway, here's your closets. There's 2 of them. On this side, you have shelves, drawers. And on the other side will be hanging and a little shelf down there at the bottom there. Your bed, as you see, is a king-size bed in this configuration. It can be 2 twins. They can separate. There is some USB power on either side of the bed. Across from the bed, you do have your nice big mirror. And then just to the left of that, your TV. Here is sort of your desk area. Your safe is down here. And then 2 drawers. There's a drawer in the middle. Plus you have a mini bar, nice big mirror, 2 European power there, 2 US, 2 USB phone. And of course, this cabin has a really nice big sofa that in some cabins can convert to a bed. Let's go look at the balcony. This is a premium balcony. So not too big, not too small, but a normal sized balcony cabin. Great views up and down the ship from here. And there you go. So let's go take a look at that bathroom. All right, so you do have a shower. It's a corner shower with a glass door. Toilet. All right, at my height of 6'4", it's not bad, but if I was any taller, it'd be a little bit cramped for my legs, I think. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, but I wouldn't want to be too much taller. I think it'd be a little bit cramped. 2 shelves, nice L-shaped mirror, makeup mirror, got some storage down beneath there, nice countertop space and stuff too, soap dispenser, and of course, let's not forget your shampoo and soap there in the shower. So there you go. There's your Aurea premium balcony. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao!
All right, so next is the Aurea Infinite Ocean View.
Hey everyone, this is cabin 14084. This is an Aurea Infinite Ocean View. What this is basically, it's like a balcony cabin, but doesn't have a balcony. It's got a window, and that window does go up and down. And so you can open it up to get some sea breezes, if you will. But this would be in the area where a balcony would be. Instead, it's just part of the cabin. That being said, you have a nice sofa down here that can convert to a bed. Across from this, you have a little desk area with a little table and a stool. There's power here. It's 2, 2, and 2. 2 US, 2 European, 2 USB. Some big shelves there, TV, mini bar, and another cabinet there. Over into the bedroom area, you have a king-size bed or 2 twins if you want to have them separated. You do have a little bit of power, just USB by the bed. Here is your storage, your closets. This side is safe, shelves, and drawers. That side over there is just hanging. And then, of course, you also have a little desk there with a makeup mirror and some more power. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Toilet in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". You do have a corner shower here with a sort of a rain shower head on there. It's a little bit longer than some of the corner showers, which is nice. I guess you can't really call that a corner shower. It's not really in the corner. There's a decent size. Single basin sink, L-shaped mirror, couple shelves, there's power. Yeah, nice bathroom overall. And in the end, I don't know, what do you think? Would you rather have a balcony or would you rather have the extra space and just put the window down? I don't know. You tell me, leave it in the comments below. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao!
Personally, I think we like the balcony more than the...
I like the infinite window.
I mean, it's neat.
I like it because there's extra space in
the cabin.
the actual cabin. When you still have the same views that you have outside your balcony.
Yeah.
And you can still lower it and enjoy the fresh air, but you can sit on a sofa instead of,
I guess.
chairs. I like the infinite ocean view.
Open the window. It's a sauna. I know. Like, we have our door open right now because we have the cable going out for balcony cam, which just look at this, y'all. If you're joining us late, where's the new balcony cam? Where is it? Where is it?
Balcony cam looks awesome tonight.
There it is. Look at balcony cam.
Look at that.
Is that amazing?
Look at that moon.
Oh my gosh. And it's absolutely amazing. I don't know where the new one is. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. I just got to move that up. Oh yeah. Don't forget, we're going to be giving away a ship during one of our shows. This is it. Like $750 to $1,000. One of a kind. A replica of this ship.
Yep.
Anyway, time to move on to the suites. Aurea Premium Suite. Let's do it.
This is cabin 14172. This is an Aurea Premium Suite. As you come in, this actually has a little bunk room in here that sleeps 2 more people, which is kind of neat. Love that. Got some kiddos. All right, coming further in, your closet is right here. You have 2 closets on this side and 2 closets on this side. There'll be shelves, hanging drawers, and a safe. Next to that, you do have your bed, which is in its king configuration. It can be 2 twins, 2 nightstands, and there is USB on the lights on either side. Right across from the bed is a nice big mirror. Hey, everybody. TV just sort of to the right. Coming over here, this does light up. You do have a nice mirror, 3 drawers, well, actually 2 drawers and a safe, your mini fridge. There's a little table in there and a stool. There is 2 European, 2 US, and 2 USB for power here. Now, across from this is a sofa, which in some cabins can also convert to be a bed. Now let's go take a look at the balcony. This is a Aurea Premium Suite. The balcony is a little bit bigger, at least longer. It's the same depth as most of the rest of them, but it's a little bit longer. Great views out the side of the ship. All right, let's go take a look at that bathroom. All right, toilet in a great place for someone my size at 6'4". You do have a shub tower combo. That might present a little bit of problem for someone my height. As you can see, I'm pretty close to the top already. I don't want to stand in there because I would get it dirty with my shoes on, but my guess is at my height, that's probably going to be a little bit tight. Makeup mirror, you got a little L-shaped sort of mirror here in the corner, 1 sink, storage underneath. There's also power. So there is your Aurea Premium Suite. Let us know what you think of this one. And remember, there's a little room over here for the kiddos. Or, you know, I guess you could be adults too, but yeah, nice little bunk room there. Reminds me of a bunkhouse in an RV. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao!
Yep, putting the kids in the closet.
Thank goodness they like closets.
All right, Chris, this one is for you. This is the Aurea Grand Suite.
This is cabin 10282. This is an Aurea Grand Suite. And turn on the lights. As we come in, you see this is in the back of the ship. And so you have 2 views. You have a view out the back here, which is amazing. And you also have view out here. So we'll go out there in just a minute. So when you came in, your closet is over here. Nice walk-in closet. Those slide open. Come in. This is set up, as you can see, for sleeping 3 or 4. You have a king bed or 2 twins if you want to separate them. There is European power, a USB-C, it looks like, and a USB on that side. And this is a sofa typically, but it's set up to, for a bed, as you can see. You have a couple nice chairs there with a table. TV's over here. You have a mini bar down here. You have more power over here. 2 USB and 2 European and a different set of electricity. I don't see any US power here, Lisa. Only European. Go out and look at this wraparound balcony. You do have a couple of chairs right here with a little, well, I guess a footstool. And then you wrap all the way around to this side over here. So it's a very skinny balcony, but what amazing views you have on 2 sides of the ship. Let's go take a look at the bathroom. Bathroom toilet is in a great place for someone my size at 6'4". Be great for someone that's a little on the fluffy side too. Nice under counter mount sink. You have some shelves. There is storage underneath here as well. Makeup mirror. And you have a nice sort of walk-in. There's no door. Walk-in shower with a nice rain head up top. So there is your Aurea Grand Suite. Let us know what you think. Ciao.
The next one is called an Aurea Grand Suite with terrace. So let's take a look at that.
This is cabin 14288. This is an Aurea Grand Suite with terrace. So as you come in on your left-hand side, you have your walk-in closet, which is nice. You have 2, sort of 3 closets here. Let me try to open these up so you can see. There's one here, and one there. Nice. This is all shelves and a safe. And of course, you saw when I was pointing at it there, there's your dresser. Okay. As you come further in, you have a nice king-size bed, or it could be 2 twins, depending on how you want to have it set. On this side of the bed, you have a European power and USB. On this side, just USB. The 2 nightstands would move to the center if you wanted to split those up. Right across from this, you have your nice big TV. Mirror. Over here, you have 2 USB, 2 European again, and 2 US. Mini fridge, cabinet, drawer, stool. In the corner, you have a nice table and a couple chairs with this really cool looking lamp. And then over here, you have a sofa, which in some cabins can convert to become a bed. Now, this is an Aurea Grand Suite with terrace. The only difference between this one and the other one, if you remember we saw, the other one had a little skinny area back here. This one is much, much bigger, so you can actually sit out here and relax to take in these absolutely stunning views. Absolutely amazing. Truly, truly, truly. Nice corner suite with wraparound terrace. Let's go take a look at that bathroom. Toilet is in a great place for someone my height at 6'4". Got a nice under counter mount sink, upgraded amenities. I love this sort of walk-in shower with no door. Nice rain shower head and a handheld. Love it. Let us know what you think. Would this be your speed for a cabin? It is mine. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
And last but not least, courtesy of some new friends of ours, the Aurea Premium Suite with Promenade and Ocean View.
All right, this is cabin 11293. This is an Aurea Premium Suite with Promenade View and Ocean View. There's literally only a couple cabins like this on the ship, and so we're going to go right there so you can see. So you have all of that, and then the separate bedroom as well. So you have a look out the back and all of this balcony. So they call this, again, the Aurea Premium Suite with Ocean View and Promenade View. So again, as you come right here, you put your key to get your lights. You have a nice big TV right here. You have a mini bar, a couple of drawers, a little bench right there, mirror. From a power standpoint, 2 US, 2 European, 2 or 3 European here, and 2 USB. Right across from this, you have a nice sofa here that can, in some cabins, convert to a bed, as well as a coffee table. Over here, here's your sort of walk-in closet or walk-through closet. There's 4, right? There's your fourth one plus some shelves. But you have a separate master bedroom. It's either a king or 2 twins when separated. TV at the foot of the bed. You have USB on either side, but this side also has a European. There's a nice dressing mirror over here with some more power, couple of chairs, his and hers, and a mini bar inside the master bedroom. Let's go look at the bathroom, Lisa.
All right.
So the bathroom, toilet's in a good place for someone my size. I wouldn't want to be any bigger than 6'4". That'd be a little bit tight. You do have a corner shower here. Nice rain shower head. It's a handheld, adjustable. L-shaped mirror there, makeup mirror. Nice. There's your bathroom. Let us know what you think of this Aurea Premium Suite with Promenade View and Ocean View. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao!
Filming Tom and Style.
Well, there you go, everybody. Thank you, Drew and Dania, for letting us get that last cabin.
Thank you.
Yep, there you go, everybody. There's 15 cabins here on the MSC World America. The only ones I don't think we really got were the Aurea Premium Suites that have the whirlpool on the terrace.
Yes.
And of course, the yacht club cabins.
Yes.
So we were able to get a bunch. So yeah, does everybody need a bathroom break? I know my cup's empty, so I'm in trouble. We're out of drink now. I think I have a little bit over there. So
He sips a little bit bigger sips than I do. I've got a little bit of my drink left.
All right, let's try to catch up with some of these comments. Oh my good God,
Oh my
y'all.
goodness.
Well, we asked for it.
We did.
Mamie Radar. Hello, Mamie
Hey,
Radar.
Mamie Radar.
Valerie, welcome. Victoria, Alicia, hi. I'm new here, but I've been enjoying your video. So
Well, thank you.
welcome to all the new people.
Welcome.
And if anybody else is new and watching, same thing goes to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Let's just jump over to balcony cam view though, because I can't get enough of that.
I know.
We're
That's a gorgeous view tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just pan up just a little bit. We're losing a little bit of the ocean when we do that, but wow, just stunning views. Anyway, So again, if you're new here, thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Robert, aka the Tallman. It's my lovely wife, Lisa, aka Mrs. Tallman. Not that anyone calls her that. We are live from our cabin here on the MSC World America. What you're looking at is called Balcony Cam. That's what we call it, or PAL. We name our cameras. We have HAL and PAL. Yeah, we have a cable run out there. We just have a big tripod that's leaning out over the ship a little bit, which is why you see some flutter, because the winds are blowing at about 35 knots. So a little bit blustery today. But yeah, that's a live look outside of our cabin. We are also doing a big giveaway during this cruise. Not sponsored by anybody. I haven't said that yet, and I apologize, but this is not sponsored by MSC. The giveaway is not sponsored by Legos or anybody.
Or YouTube.
It's just Robert and Lisa taking money out of our pocket, had this one-of-a-kind model designed. It doesn't exist anywhere. Can't find it in a store. Can't find it on a website. Just right there. Okay. And we're giving one away to somebody who is watching us live. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And most importantly, the notification bell so you don't miss our lives. Our lives go every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Set your clock if you want a chance to win that. So there you go. All right, moving on. Hickey Nuki says a whale breaching in the moon. That would add to the perfection. I agree. I agree, but that might be too much to ask for.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Drink. Everybody's drinking. Bev says Studio Ocean View seems so much roomier with the natural light. Yeah, it does. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Yeah, see the thumbs up. Look, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
And it really does help out the channel.
It really does.
It tells YouTube that you enjoy what we're doing, and it shows our videos to more people. That's why all the YouTubers ask to do that, because it really does help the channel.
It does.
Question: is the Studio Ocean View on 1 or 14? They're all over the ship.
They are.
That cabin happened to be, I think, on the 14th deck, so they're everywhere.
Yes.
Hickey Nuki says, what kind of gimbal is that? Is that the Osmo 6 with a battery extension? No, it is 2 Osmo 6s that I've factioned together. So I have this augmented gimbal. So, yeah, it's just kind of my creation. Obviously, I do a lot of that. Anyway, thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, it's free. It costs you nothing.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And it really does help us so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Our goal is to get at least 100 people watching us during the stream. This would be great.
Yes.
More people to potentially win that Lego ship.
Mm-hmm.
Alex said, I would have a larger bed and no nightstands. The full bed size is too small for one. I mean, full is okay, but it's not for two. And it just threw me off because it had 2 robes and 2 beach towels. But it's only for one person, so you can't book 2 in there. If Studio Ocean View is on 14, that's odd. The ship just has some odd cabins. They have inside studios and Ocean View studios all around. Mm-hmm. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Drink. Lisa Smile can brighten up any room.
Aw, thank you so much.
That's why I said, when you come in a cabin, Lisa comes with it. It's great. Everybody gets their own Lisa. I would like an Ocean View studio on a higher deck. Yep, you can absolutely have one.
Yeah.
No connecting doors, but we're happy. Yes, Alex, we are. No connecting doors.
Yay.
Irene, what you saw on the pillows, those were pillow menus. Menus.
Yes.
Angela says, happy Sunday, TMC family. I was on another live cruise thinking I was on this. What? You are cheating on us? How dare you, woman? I swear. No, that's okay. I'm sure there's other people that do lives too, but of course not like Tallman Clan. We do everything a little different here because I'm just a little different. Everybody's drinking. McCready says the bathroom is tight. You can brush your teeth, and yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It is a little tight. Look, we've had smaller bathrooms. And we've had bigger bathrooms in a regular cabin, not suites, just regular cabins. That one's right down the middle, right? I would just think with newer ships, they would put a little bit more space in there, but there's more space in the shower.
You know what I think it is with this bathroom is the sink is large.
Yeah.
Most of this is two ships in a row that have had really big sinks. The Aqua at last week had it, and then this sink is really large. Most of them are smaller, and you can just barely get your hands in there, and that means that if the sink is more round and larger, they have to push it out further, which that takes up some of the space. And I think that's probably what the biggest part of that is. But yeah, like Robert said, we've definitely been in some smaller ones. Virgin's got probably the smallest bathrooms out of all the ships that I've been on.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Gosh, already need to make more tea. I know, right? 15 cabins. No bending in that shower. Actually, the space
shower.
in the shower is generous.
It is.
It's because it is elongated, so there's more space in that shower than
in some of the Carnival ships.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Irene's like, I can watch that all night, right? Absolutely.
Yes. I love that view.
And of course, you can hear the
Thank
ocean
you.
sounds. There's no mic on the camera, so or maybe there is, but it's off. I don't know. But you can hear the waves too, because we got a nice and the seas aren't rough. It's been very stable, guys. This ship hasn't really
Barely moved.
Yeah. We have a slight little shimmy because we're all the way in the back, and I mean slight. The Aqua had a really major shimmy
The whole time. But of course, we were in
when
high winds.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But this very, very stable ship.
Yeah, very smooth.
Look at that balcony camp tonight. I know, right?
Yes, it's gorgeous.
That bathroom looks awfully tight. Yes, Chris, it is.
It is small.
Beautiful moon. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Charles. Welcome. All the important people here now. Yes. You have your drink. Yes. Yes, Charles, the dreaded drinking game. I'm not going to repeat because I'm almost out of drink. Love the promenade view. Yeah. Like a lot of people, I have mixed emotions. I enjoy the promenade view, but if I'm paying for a balcony, I'd rather see the ocean. I'd rather see that, right? That, what you're looking at right now, you can't see that in the promenade.
But in this ship, because there's not like the Oasis class with the Aqua Theater
Where
in
it
the
has
back.
that big thing in the back.
It's
Thank you.
open, so you can literally
You can see the water, but you still
you
wouldn't.
can see.
You still wouldn't see this because it's off to the side.
It
But
is. It's off to the side, but you can still see
in front of us. If you had one of the back couple cabins, the further in, it's just slightly more challenging. But yeah, it also no privacy.
Yeah, that is very true.
Because people across can look in, so you'd have to keep your curtains closed all the time.
That is very true.
Oh, here we go. Patricia says, I like promenade view only near of the back of ship. Yes, that's what I was just saying.
Yes.
No, if I have a balcony, I want an ocean view. I agree.
Same.
Charles had enough of the drinking game last time. He says, no alcohol tonight, orange soda. Hello, Vic. Welcome. Better than an inside, but rather an ocean view. Okay, John, thank you. Promenade view has no privacy. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, right? It's pretty, but again, I'd rather see the ocean.
I would as well.
But Macrina loves the infinite ocean view. Okay.
I do too.
Alex says that infinite window reminds me of the Celebrity Ascent rooms. Yeah,
Yes.
Same thing. Yeah, we had one of those on the Celebrity Ascent.
We did, but the difference with that is the Celebrity Ascent. You had an area that was partitioned. The floor was different, almost like a
There almost was a couple of doors too.
Yeah, and but this is not.
These are wide.
This is
open space.
It's carpeted all the way down.
Yeah.
So it is an extension of your room.
I almost feel that the room's not bigger though.
It is because you have that extra desk.
Oh, that's true.
Everything is pushed down.
That's right,
because
you have that
desk
extra
where the balcony space would
the
be.
dressing desk where you with the makeup mirror and stuff.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
you have an extra desk.
All right, everybody likes that room. Okay. Ooh, I like the infinite balcony. Extra space for the win for Alex.
I like the balcony, the infinite ocean view.
She likes that too.
Yes.
Infinite looks awesome from Miss Back. Water. I agree. You still get to see the ocean. Yep. Charles is trying to catch up. Hickey Nuki is like balcony is greater than equal to infinite veranda, which is greater than equal to ocean view. Yeah, right. But Angela does not like the infinite balcony. And Maureen also says balcony for me. Yes, Irene, I'm a stooge. I'm sorry. It gets hot on them infinite balcony rooms. Yeah, it can, right? Like anything else. Even in our balcony, if we're not going to be out there, we will keep the blinds shut to help to keep the sun if it happens to be beating in. It's amazing how much heat transfer will come from the doors and or glass from the sun if it's beating down on that side. We have a similar issue because we full-time RV, so we have stuff up in our windows to help reflect some of that sun back out.
But that is very true. If you have a balcony, then that keeps your room cooler than the infinite ocean view. That is very true.
Okay. Marisa is our cabin Vanna White. Yes, she is. I already told you, I'm not a peon. If you're a peon, it's your own deal. And yes, no, I'm a streaming. Yes, we are. Everybody loves that. Looks like the do not. Yep, that's what it was. Do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Seems really tight for a wheelchair. I agree. I thought that cabin was a little bit tight to get around the desk to the other side, but it's just me.
I
What do
thought
know?
so as well.
Why not make that part balcony cabin space? I don't know. I mean, that balcony is gigantic, and oddly enough, all the accessible balconies are the same cabins on every deck. They're those same ones with those big, elongated balconies. How that accessible balcony is long enough for a studio. It is. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Hello, Daniel Fields. Welcome. I'm wondering an emergency if you dial 911 or 0. It is 911, I believe, here on a ship. We can confirm, but I'm 99.99% sure it's 911. Irene, well, everyone gets their own Lisa. Yes, everyone gets their own Lisa.
That was for Irene?
That was for Hickey Nuki.
Hickey Nuki, the 911?
Yes.
Okay.
Guzzle, 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 drink, drink, drink. Open the window, it's like a sauna. Yeah. Definitely balcony for Irene. They can make rooms 4 feet smaller than full use. Yeah, they could. I guess. I don't know. I like that the bunk room doesn't take up headspace in the room. I agree. It's a good thing. It does look like it's a closet. In fact, that's what this Jay says. Jay Macon. Kids look like they're sleeping in the closet. Yeah, it does look like that. Holy shins, Batman. Drink. Here we go. Everybody's drinking. Hey, Vic. Yes. Hello, Vicky. Nice to see you. How much is this room? They were talking about the Deluxe. I'm sorry, the Aurea Grand Suite. Chris says it's $5,000, and I think he said it was for 3 people. I like the views in the extra bed. Awesome. Yes, just said that. I believe it was for 3. Maybe less for 2, of course. Vicky wants Lisa to get videos of the shops. She did that today, except for a couple. We'll continue to get those. We'll show them on another night. Danny can't even get out drink. Rooms to go to the bathroom. Room to go to the bathroom. Yeah, in the Aurea Grand Suite, the bathroom's a little bit bigger.
Yes.
Would want the infinite window with the tub shower from Not Me. Yep. Me being tall like I am, I don't like the shub tower combos because I literally, my head is just about touching the ceiling there. It's uncomfortable for me.
What happens with those is the shower is pretty much the same level as the floor.
Yeah.
But in the shub tower combos, the tub is raised up.
About
so
6 inches.
You lose several inches of height. Yes.
Chris says I'm conflicted on that Promenade ocean view. Love the room, but privacy. He's talking about the last cabin.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the very last. I believe there's only 4 of them on the ship. I forget what decks they're on. I think that one was. I don't remember, but there's only 4 of them on the ship. John says you need a bathroom break. Yeah, right. Oh no, that bathroom is way smaller. Forever. These rooms are amazing. I generally speaking, yeah, love the decor.
Yeah.
The bathrooms again a little tight, not great, not bad. Just they're okay. Right, so they're fine. Balconies are different size, a decent size. Again, not the biggest balcony we've ever had, but not the smallest. Just right down the middle. Dr. Shree, very nice cabins. Thank you. Yes, Irene. Chris says, the last room, I'm very surprised how small the bathroom was for a Grand Suite, especially the other 2 previous Grand Suites. Yeah. So we've seen that a lot on new ships.
We have.
Even like the Aqua that we just got off of. All the bathrooms were basically the same.
Yes.
Except in the Haven.
Yes.
The Haven had different bathrooms.
They did.
Outside of that, they were all the same.
Yes.
And even some of the suites we saw, and I'm like, man, I would really think you'd have a bigger bathroom, you'd have a bigger balcony, these kind of things. But yeah, I mean, why am I paying that much extra money? And with the room, okay, it's slightly bigger, but the bathroom's the same, the balcony's the same. I don't know. So anyway, hanging with the Hordes. Thanks for the content. How do you get access to so many cabins? Excellent job. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am excellent at breaking and entering. Shh, don't tell anybody. Shh. It's a secret. Yeah. Just woke up from a nap. Vicky says, Lisa, can you make a note for the tour of the gift shop? She already did, but she already videoed them all except for a couple. So again, we'll bring them to you later on. William Chang, thank you very much for joining. I don't remember seeing you here before. Welcome. We are Dominican Republic tomorrow, Puerto Rico the day after that, then 2 days of sea after that, and then MSC's private island in the Bahamas.
Key. Yeah.
Which is our favorite place.
I love Ocean Key.
Hello, Ozan. Welcome. Keosha, well, good to see you. Great tours. Do you all the windows open in the Infinite Ocean View? I read select cabins have access to open but that may be just a rumor. I don't know one way or the other, unfortunately, but I do believe they all open. It's just the top part that opens, obviously not the bottom part. And so it's literally a window, and you can lean and look to the left and look to the right, but basically do it from the comfort of inside your cabin, right? So I suppose we can go ask. We'll ask and bring that to you another night.
And
this is for Kyosha. Or do all the windows in the infinite balconies open? The infinite ocean views, sorry. How was your first full day on board? We'll talk about that in just a second. Oh, by the way, Lindsay, if you made it this far, watching the replay, our friend Lindsay, she's from Italy, so she watches the next day. The food yesterday was great. We had a great dinner last night. We talked about the dinner, but I didn't tell you we liked it. It was a good dinner. So we'll talk about our dinner here tonight in a minute. When using the toilet, yes, when using the toilet, don't fall. Malka, I'm just jumping on. I'm really enjoying your podcast. Thank you so much, Malka.
Thanks.
You should back up to see all the cabins. Yeah, 15 cabins. Danny wants to know how. Okay, so how? So we're not going to do it tonight. Sorry. But on one of the next 5 live broadcasts from the ship, we do come live every night at 9 o'clock. We are going to be giving away what you're looking at right now on the screen. Mm-hmm. That is a privately designed, I don't know what to call it, a one-of-a-kind replica built-in Lego type bricks of the MSC World America, the ship that we're on right now. So to commemorate its inaugural and now being the flagship of this particular cruise line, we have gotten with a Lego designer type, right, to build this model for us, or at least design it.
To design it.
You
get to build it.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to get all the bricks. You're going to get full set of instructions. It'll be a book, because it'll be like 300 or 400 steps, right? Because, you put a few bricks in at a time, and it's easier to build that way. Anyway, we're giving it away. Right? It's not sponsored. Nobody gave us money to give this away and have it designed. Robert and Lisa are doing it out of our own pockets, right? The value of this giveaway is somewhere, if we had to guess, between $750 to $1,000. Now, how do I come up with those dollar amounts? I do that because right now, if you went to Legos, you could buy a Titanic replica, which is smaller than this ship, for $660. So this is actually a huge giveaway. And unlike Legos, there's only going to be 2 of these. I'm going to get one. And we're having one made, put together, whatever you want to call it, for a lucky prize winner. Now, we might have a few more made after the fact if somebody wants to buy them, but I'm not going to make thousands or hundreds of these things. It's just limited edition. I want this to be a very, very special kind of thing. So, but that's, and how are we doing it? So we're going to pick somebody from our live broadcast. So you can't watch the replay. You have to be live with us. And we're using a piece of software called Raffly. And, once we're ready to do it, it would be at about this time in our stream. We'll hit the spin button, and it's going to figure out who's there and just pick a winner. Okay. So that's the fairest way we can do that.
Yes.
Is the ship giveaway and increased viewers helping the subs? Danny, it's hard to say. Inaugural cruises themselves typically help with a lot more views and more subs and things because it's the first time people are on the ship. Now, it turns out this ship had a few other people on here before, so we're technically not the first. Like we were on NCL. We really were the first on NCL.
Yeah.
On the Aqua. But nevertheless, whether we're, second or third, it doesn't matter because nobody covers the ships the way that we do. And so we do see an increase in those numbers. Same thing when we go on any ship, but more so with the inaugurals. So it's hard to tell if it's the Legos or the inaugural. Hard to say. Either way, we're here and that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Is the food better on this ship than the Aqua? Malka, hands down, yes.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Ozan, yes. From now on, there will be a model of a cruise ship, right? But we're going to go back to the balcony camp because that's a much nicer view.
We lost our moon.
Yeah, it's just, oh, wait a minute, wrong way. Here, I can.
Oh, it is still there.
It's there. It's just.
I thought the ship had turned.
I mean, we this is the normal view from down here. We see more of the ocean, but We want to get that moon.
Yeah.
Anyway. Malka says, I'm at the point where you're showing off rooms, and so far the Aqua seemed a lot bigger. Yes.
The Aqua is bigger.
The cabins on the Aqua are definitely bigger than the cabins here on this ship.
Yes.
There's more space in front of the bed, and there's more space in the bathroom.
Lots more space in the bathroom.
However, this cabin is longer than the Aqua, because in the Aqua, we had a love seat and the bed was smashed up right next to it.
Yes.
We're on a very large sofa that could seat 4 people and still have a decent sized nightstand next to the bed.
Agreed.
And still some space on the other side of the closet. So this cabin's a little skinnier, a little longer. So in the end, if you add up square footage, they're probably the same size.
Yeah.
But there is more width in the Aqua. Were you first on the Jubilee?
I believe so.
I believe so, Chris. Yes. Same thing with the celebration. Typo in red, right side, become a patron. Should be. Yeah, right. Okay, I'll fix that. Oh, I'm so good. Oh my God. Let's see if I spelled it right here too, because I have this. I spelt it right there. Okay, that means I got to fix it. I'm just not going to do it today. We got video.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, guys, feel free to correct my typos at any time. I am not the least bit offended. Normally, Lisa's my wordsmith, but she's not always there when I'm doing a lot of this stuff. And so sometimes I'm preying on spell check to catch some of this crap. But when you're in a design engine, there's no spell check. So.
And then when we're looking at the computer, first of all, I'm nearsighted and refuse to wear glasses. So a lot of things I can't read.
Yeah.
And then he's always got like 20 different windows open. And so I can't see everything that's on there either. Patreon.
Become a Patreon supporter. Patreon. Patreon.com. Yeah, that's an easy fix. Except
I couldn't read that.
Once I have to redo every single scene of every single show to lay in the new graphic. That's like 3 hours for one letter. That's the crappy part, Mike. Oh, anyway, Malcolm's like, I feel I get the feel I get is a cross between Royal and Carnival feel. Norwegian has more elegant feel. The Aqua is definitely a little more contemporary. This ship, as you will see as we start doing the deck tours tomorrow, is a little more European flair. Okay, and that's the big difference between the two lines. This ship is astronomically larger than the NCL Aqua. I mean, this is an Oasis class ship. It's almost 220,000 tons. The Aqua is 150. So this is still, this is 70,000 tons. It's an entire cruise ship bigger than the Aqua. So you'll see a lot of that as we move through the public spaces. Danny's like, I can't believe I missed that. I know, right? For the good of all cruising mankind, right? Right, Mike? Okay, so let's talk. We'll talk about our 24 hours since we stopped the stream until now. So last night, as we said, we're going to get up at 2 o'clock. Actually, we got up at 1:30.
Yeah.
This ship is so huge, we needed a little bit more time. And we videoed for a little more than 4 hours straight, basically until I killed the 2 gimbals, the 2 microphones, and the 2 phones.
2 cameras.
Dead. And we only got half the ship done. In total, walking over 30,000 steps yesterday between the parking, in the port and that extra walk I had to make in here. So we put in some mileage yesterday.
Yeah.
Incredible. So saw the sun come up, right? Had breakfast and then went to bed. Outside of that, we obviously missed the morning, right? Because we slept off last night. We're going to have to do it again tonight to get the other half of the ship.
Yeah.
So that will happen tonight.
Yes.
And
the dogs are still barking.
Yes. The feet are killing me.
Yes.
I can somebody put in the chat, how much is 10,000 steps? Is that like 4 miles?
Couldn't tell you.
I swear 10,000 steps and 4 miles rings a bell with me, and I don't know why. Who's on board? North, South Americans, European, Asians, etc. I don't see a ton of Asians, and I think it's a great mix of North Americans, South Americans, and Europeans, to be honest with you. I was expecting it to be more Hispanic because we're heading to Puerto Rico, and the last time we were on an MSC ship doing this exact itinerary, it was heavily favoring the Hispanic population because, again, there's a lot of people that are from Puerto Rico that live in the United States, or especially Florida. So we do hear Spanish probably more than any other language, but I hear a lot of European.
I've heard a lot of European as well.
Yeah. You know, whether it's Italian, whether it's whatever it is, German, right?
Yes.
I think it is a very fair mix.
I do too.
Which is also why I think the sail away party wasn't bigger.
I agree.
The one that we saw that was huge, that was mostly
American.
Correct.
Yes.
And it was a huge sail away party that Dr. Reverend E was doing.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, so that was so a good mix of everybody, Alex.
Yes.
Patricia says, I was checking on MSC Norway destination today. Yacht Club 2027. I can dream. Right? Absolutely.
Definitely.
Victoria says, can we do a raffle tonight? I really need that ship. I don't care if it's bootleg Lego bricks. Yeah, we're not doing it tonight. Let's come back another night, Victoria. But yeah, we're gonna offer it up to somebody free. Like I said, Raffley's gonna pick a winner. And obviously we'll announce it live. It'll be one of the shows that we do here. We've already done
got 5 more.
The 12th
right?
and the 13th. Yeah, we have 5 more shows.
5 more shows.
And we're going to do that giveaway. Okay. And if you still want it and you don't happen to win it, like I said, we may have a few more made. We have to figure out how much it's going to cost to actually put all the bricks together. And then we'll let you know. But retail wise, it's a big giveaway.
Yeah.
It really is. Question. Dinner tonight. Did you get your appetizer in less than an hour? Chris, yeah.
We did.
Dinner was a little bit smoother tonight. In fact, let's just talk about dinner. You know what? Before we get there, let's just continue to go through our day or I'll miss something.
Okay.
So we got up, we had a little lunch. And then there was a matinee showing of Dirty Dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this wasn't the Dirty Dancing show that you would see at night, which is about 35-40 minutes. This was an hour and a half long, and it was literally done in sync to the movie.
Yes.
Which we thought was a really neat concept.
Mm-hmm.
So it was obviously in the main theater, right? And so they had some like little set pieces, and they had a band out there, and of course they had the movie playing, on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And when it would come time for some music that was happening in the movie, it was the band playing it live and the singer singing it live.
Yes.
And they also had dancers.
Yes.
And so it was a very unique concept.
Yeah, anytime there was a dance scene, all of the dancers were out. They
Would
were
come
scattered.
out and dance.
They were scattered among the audience, in the aisleways, and so it was just the whole theater was just kind of dancing, like as if you were in that environment. So it was really pretty cool.
It was. Neither amazing, neither crappy. Just down the middle. It's honestly slightly boring, because you're waiting for sections of talk in the movie to finish before the next music thing starts. So, you're not watching a movie and you're not watching a show. It's the combination of both. So you have to adjust your brain that it's not a show. It's a movie with some show elements, right? But I mean, it was well done.
It was.
It was synced perfectly.
It was.
It just a little slow because it's not a show. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys, right? But it wasn't bad. The singers were great.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
We did.
Yeah.
We didn't stay for the whole thing.
No.
We had no time. I believe it or not, I spent most of the rest of the afternoon editing. After lunch, I started editing. She went out and shot some videos, and
I tried to get some answers to some of the questions. I got most of them, but some of them I'm going to have to revisit.
Which we'll answer some of those in a minute.
Yes.
But I basically edited right up until dinner time.
Yeah, he did.
So it just takes a lot to get, and that was just the cabins.
Yes.
Believe it or not, it takes time.
Yeah.
Right. Tanny's like, depends on how long your step is. Okay. Chris is like, he's got Shaq's feet. I do not.
No, he doesn't.
I have a size 11.
Yeah.
Size 11.
Yeah.
So I think Shaq's like what, 21? Size 21?
His feet are huge. I don't know.
Yeah. on average roughly 2,000 steps per mile. Oh my God.
Okay.
Does that mean I walked 15 miles yesterday? Holy crap.
Wow.
Wow, Mike. Thanks.
No wonder the dogs are barking.
And Danny says 10,000 miles for you, Robert, is probably 3 miles. For Lisa, it's probably 10 miles. Oh, God, you're too funny. How far? I'm sorry. So how far would you compare the World America to the Utopia of the Seas? Are they similar or are they a lot different? I remember you said how loud Utopia was the seas. It was, is it like that? So it's hard 100% to give that opinion now because outside of the time that we spent walking around the ship in the middle of the night when everybody else was sleeping, some of the music was still on, but obviously the entertainment wasn't going on. We really still haven't seen or done a lot because we slept in this morning. We got up around noon. We had a little bite to eat. We went to the show. And then I've been in the cabin editing all afternoon.
And it'll be the same thing tomorrow because we have another night of videos.
Right.
But probably after that, we'll be able to get out
and
in
about
the public
and around.
spaces, and we'll have a better idea of that for you. Yeah, Utopia, when you were out in the boardwalk, you could hear everything that was going on in the pool deck. It just filtered down and it flooded in the doors in that area. And we haven't been out and about during that time frame.
Though I can't say I walked through getting to the elevator later, and there was a DJ up on the stage at the pool. And I stood there to listen because they had just made his announcement. I think he's a guest DJ. I don't think he's the normal guy. And it wasn't as loud as the Utopia. I mean, it was still loud, but it was good, clean, clear sound, and you could still have a conversation with somebody next to you. So yeah, I would say it was a little bit more quiet than the Utopia of the Seas.
You know what?
It was tolerable.
And I did go down there to get some video now that I think about it and to get a few questions answered. And yeah, I wasn't bothered by it.
At least deck 18. Yeah, it's just...
So I do feel like it is much more quiet now that we're talking it through.
from the people thing, just doing the little bit of moving around that we've done today, right? So, we've gone up to the buffet for lunch, buffet for breakfast. Of course, it was quiet at breakfast because it was 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Going to the show, going to the restaurant. Obviously, we've moved around a little bit. And we haven't even gotten to customer service yet to find out how many people are on the ship. So let's just say 7,000. I don't know what it is, but 6,500 to 7,000, somewhere in that area. There's a lot of people, y'all. And so I still have to wrestle with the big ship concept with so many people. It just, we're so used to, I don't want to say used to, but enjoy a little bit, and I don't even want to say quiet, but just not as many people. I don't know. It just seems like a theme park sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that 100% of this ship because we haven't given it enough time to walk around and be in, but just, going to the dinner and up towards the buffet and walking around by the theater and stuff. It's just a lot of people. And not everybody's walking like this. There's a lot of this.
That's for sure.
Right? And so oddly enough, that plays into a feel or a feeling, because when traffic is like this, it's moving, right? One direction go this way and the other. It's just kind of a moving thing. But when it's an amoeba, it becomes a little more, it feels more congested.
It does.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So, but Valerie, give us a couple more days and we'll have a better idea of how we feel. But yeah. So, and we try to be as realistic as possible. And remember, like I said with NCL, we're giving you the experience that we're having on our cruise right now, today, with the set of circumstances that we have. Like I said with NCL, we love the ship. The ship was beautiful.
Yes.
We thought there were some layout challenges, but all in all, we didn't have a good time I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We found a ton of issues with our cruise, and we brought that, and it upset a lot of people that are, loyal to NCL. I get that. You guys may be loyal to NCL, or there's some people watch us now that are loyal to MSC. We're not trying to slam one thing or the other. We're just telling you the experience that we had overall, in all the ships that we're on. And what's nice, I feel, at least about our opinions, or at least our process, is we sail everybody, not just one cruise line forever and then just go try this other one. We cruise everybody, so we have a taste of what everybody is like, and then can sort of compare them all together of who does this better, this, that, or what. Like we talk about pizza and different foods and things and cabin spaces, if you will, or entertainment staff. We're able to sample a little bit of everything and then bring it to you guys. So anyway.
Well, and not for nothing, but we love MSC, but
we do.
We've already seen a few challenges with this ship as well.
Absolutely.
And we'll tell you all about it when we do our final wrap up.
The ship's got some problems.
It does.
Right?
It does.
So, all ships have problems.
They do.
All cruise lines are flawed. None of them are perfect, and they're never going to be perfect.
Well,
it's what will you tolerate?
Yes.
And what is your speed,
Yeah.
right? And ultimately, what do you gravitate towards the most?
Yes.
And everything else, you cross your fingers and hope they get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like not the embarkation. Anyway. All right, William, yours is the best cruise video surveillance camera to catch anyone jumping overboard. I know, right? God, I hope I never see that on balcony cam.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to see that ever.
No. And we don't have it running 24/7.
No.
We just have it out there while I was streaming. In fact, typically, like right now, I see somebody pop their head out. So that's the wrong thing. Sorry, that's me. It's balcony cam. We don't use this for peeping. So
No.
we're gonna move that up so we don't catch people. Wait, reverse that. I can't believe you are having a group cruise. A group cruise.
A group cruise.
Group cruise. It's up there. We're gonna have a group cruise. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Question: since the start of the Holy Week, does MSC offer any services? Royal has mass every morning on my Easter cruise on Aurea. Have you seen any on the daily?
I have not, and that's one of the challenges that we're having. Apparently, it's a different app for this ship, and not everything is working. The same thing that we were experiencing with the Aqua, that you only had whatever's going on today is the only thing that shows up on the app. Same thing with MSC.
We can't see what's going on tomorrow.
And I can't see what happened
yesterday.
I can only see what's going on today.
Yep.
So I haven't seen anything in there yet, but I'm definitely looking for it. So I'll let you know when I see it.
Okay. There we go. Did Norwegian have an infinite balcony? No, they did not.
No.
Aqua you're referring to. I understand. No,
Yes.
they do not. Patricia says, how long did it take you to walk a deck last night? 15 minutes to make the round trip or longer?
Longer.
It depends on which deck you're talking about. Each of the passenger cabin decks, because of the way the ship is designed, we ended up having to basically walk them twice.
Yeah.
The ship's already huge to begin with, and so to have to walk these large decks twice, that's what added so much mileage to the process.
They're kind of shaped like an H. And so you start one end and you have to walk all the way down because you can't cross over.
Yeah, can't cross over in the back.
You have to walk all the way down, and then you have to walk the whole deck and then turn around and come back and then cross over. And then if there's the inside cabins, you got to do that as well.
So unlike Royal's ship designs, where they have a lot of inside cabins, they do, but they're literally clustered together.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go in sort of this neighborhood, if you will. This ship also has inside cabins, but they're literally not accessed from the outside passageways.
Correct.
They're accessed from the elevator banks.
Yes.
And they run the length of the ship literally inside from elevator bank to elevator bank. And so it was a long. So our videos, one of them was like 25 minutes. The average deck, cabin deck, I think was 20 minutes. So yeah, they're
a lot longer. It's
normally our deck tours are anywhere, but our cabin decks are anywhere between 9 minutes to 11 or 12 minutes. It was basically double.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too peoply. Maybe I don't know. We're gonna find out.
We will let you know.
That's why I like the XL class. It doesn't feel like 6,000 people. Well, we've said that many
We
times.
agree.
The way that everything is sort of spread out there at 180,000 tons, it just doesn't feel like that.
Not at all.
Yeah. I don't know about that, Bev. I've been on the biggest cruise ship in the world, and I never felt like it was crowded. So that's a very interesting thing, Chris, because I also feel that changes from cruise to cruise to cruise. It's all depending on how the people you are with on that cruise vacation. I think the best example I can come up with is the back-to-back that we actually had done on an MSC ship.
Mm-hmm.
One cruise was mostly European, the other cruise was mostly American.
Eastern, Western Caribbean.
Now, the first one being mostly, I forget which it was. Anyway, it was on one of the sea ships. I forget if it was Seaside, Seashore, Seascape. It was one of them. And on the back of that ship, on deck 8, on the sea ships, is a pool and a huge sort of deck area. And when the Americans are on there, nobody goes back there. It is so quiet. I mean, yes, there's a few people, but no one really, it's not a major hangout spot. It's always relaxing, and it is always quiet. It just is a nice space. Well, when the Europeans come on, that's actually where they all go to hang out. Mm-hmm. So it's completely crowded and a mess and noisy. It's completely different, right? So when you get on a ship, a lot of how the amoeba works, that's what we'll call it, is dependent on the people you're physically on the ship with. So we'll let you know how this one feels when we're all said and done, of course. So anyway, keep on going. Big ships are built to spread people out. They are, but it depends on how they spread out, right?
Yes.
It's the smaller ships, ones that feel like they're sardines. Well, again, it depends on that class of ship. If it's, 4,000 people on a 50,000 ton ship, yeah, everybody's going to be cramped. But to our point, we were just on a 150,000 ton ship, which is slightly smaller than an XL class ship from Carnival. I mean, slightly. But it's still 150,000 tons is huge. And there were 3,600-ish passengers on there. And it seemed like there was 7,000. You couldn't move anywhere. There was lines everywhere. It was a mess.
Yeah.
Now,
agreed.
Why? Because nobody could go outside, because it was bloody freaking cold and wind like 60 knots. They had the outside doors and decks locked off. So that forced everybody into the ship. And because the way that ship is designed, there's more, there's not as many public spaces or large public spaces. So everybody, again, not fighting, but fighting for space and fighting for chairs. And so
there was a lot of that.
So that was a big ship with 3,600 people that felt like a ship with 7,000 people.
It did.
So it's a lot of circumstances play in there. But like I said, we'll let you know. Talking about any decks have you had to film? Talking about any decks you've had to film. Also, talking before you have to edit, trying to get an idea of size and how long it might take to walk around, if that helps. So taking, I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
She's asking how long it took us to walk to film the decks. That's a continuation of her question.
Right. She was talking about any decks we had. We started on deck 5 and made it to deck 12 last night. Deck 7 gets filmed twice because there's an inside and an outside of deck 7. So we filmed those in 2 different videos.
If you're talking the public space,
the public spaces we just walk. They're very easy to do. Mostly everything's quite transparent of where you might need to go to see things. There's always a hidden space, which we're very adept to seem to find, and we found several.
There's a lot of
really cool hidden spaces on this ship, which we're going to share with you.
Yeah.
But when it came to the passenger cabin decks, Lisa and I, we actually, before we turned the camera on the first couple decks, we sort of walked a little bit to get a feeling of which way we're going to have to go and what's going to be the best route to save down on the least amount of walking. Because the other thing, like she said, if you figure it's an H, right? Here, we'll do. Nope, that's the wrong one. If you figure, an H, one here, and in the middle here, hold that. Right? And we're starting here. And we have to walk to this cabin and get to this point, and then come back through here and then get to that point. So basically, there's a lot of doubling. It's a lot of doubling back because we start here, we get all these cabins, and then we're stuck. We can't cross over. So we have to walk all the way back here, all the way back through here, and then all the way down to this point down here. That takes like 3 minutes to make that walk.
Where if there's a cross point, put your hands back up again. If there's a crossover point
In the back,
you just walk.
It's a 10-second connection from the left side of the ship to the right side of the ship.
And you're walking at one time instead of twice.
Yeah. Instead, we have to walk all the way back to the midship elevators because there's only 2 elevator banks across and then all the way back down.
Yes.
It's a pretty long walk.
So yeah,
really
all of
is.
the passenger cabin decks, we basically had to walk twice to get the videos.
I would say this right now at this point in the cruise, I would never book another cabin out here towards the back.
Yeah.
It is so far to get to that one elevator bank. It's really not the aft elevators. It's the middle elevators.
It is. And then you have to walk to the back of the ship.
And there are no aft elevators. There's front elevators, there's midship elevators, and there's nothing back here.
Correct.
So it's a heck of a walk.
It is.
It just is. But it's okay. We just did a ton of it last night. If you're just doing normal through your day and through your events and what you do and your vacation, it's fine.
Yeah.
But doing this, I know I want to be a little bit closer to the elevators. Oh, there we go with moving these stupid things around. God, it's too big. It's too small. It's just go. You know what? That's fine. I don't give a crap. Just lock. All right, back to balcony cam because that is just so much nicer view.
Right.
I heard that there's a speakeasy lounge. Alex, I know all about it, my friend.
Yep.
So we're working on that. Yep. That seems like a safety issue for emergency egress to not be able to switch over except in just one place. You know, I thought about that, Danny. They're literally the only way to get across from one side to the other is basically the middle of the ship. There's just no way. But interestingly enough, it's the same exact way on every Oasis class ship. It's no difference. There's no way to connect the back, the aft port side to the aft starboard side because there's a theater there. There doesn't happen to be a theater here, but the space is still there. Mm-hmm. It's these what are called H design hulls, or Y. They call them Y design hulls. So your hull is down here, and then the 2 points of the Y is your banquet cabins. And so, they get approved to build them, and they get the safety certificates. So obviously, it can't be that big of a deal. But yeah, if there's an emergency, those people that like us, we're 3 cabins from the back, technically 4. It's 3 regular cabins and then the suite.
Well, I suppose
it's a long walk. However, there are stairs, emergency stairs along the way.
Yes.
To get down.
And I suppose you've got to go down to your, muster station, which is on deck 7 anyway.
Correct.
So you just walk down to your muster station, then you can walk across. So, I guess that's what they're looking at. You don't have to walk across at the top of the ship. You can just go down and then walk across.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's connected up until deck 8.
Yes.
Right. So
deck 8 is
5, 6, 7, and 8. They're all connected. It's deck 9 where the H or the Y part starts, however you want to look at it.
Correct.
Okay? So
correct.
No, Chris, I didn't say it was mainly European. It's a good mix of people. So I'm not going to call it 50-50 because there's, different people from different places, but it's a great mix. It's not, I don't think, heavily one department other than probably slightly more heavily Hispanic speaking cultures. Whether it's Spain, whether it's U.S., whether it's wherever, it doesn't matter. Like, for instance, the people that are sitting next to us at dinner, I'm pretty sure they're not from the U.S.
I'm pretty sure you're correct.
But they speak Spanish.
Yes.
Because they were speaking to our waiter in Spanish.
Yes.
I just don't know where they're from, but it's not the U.S.
No.
But anyway, so yeah, it's a good mix of people.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the percentages are.
They're from all over the world.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Alex says, I was on the MSC Meraviglia cruise, and the passenger cabins were set up very similar. No aft elevators. On the sea ships, they've got the 2. They got the one in the center or the back there. I won't call it. That's why I like it, but it's nice. I use those elevators a lot.
I like the sea ships.
Yeah.
I like the sea ships. I think they're very, very elegant.
Let's talk about dinner.
Okay.
Menu.
Dinner. All right.
Drum roll, please. There it is. Oh, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up. Right, we're giving away a ship. We've already talked about it multiple times, but it's going to happen live to somebody on one of these ships
Within the next 5 days.
within the next 5 days.
Can't tell you when.
Don't miss the show. All right, the main dining room menu. Appetizers: creamy salmon rillettes, eggplant parmesan, steak tartare, lobster bisque, Caesar salad, which was amazing.
It was really good.
Shrimp cocktail, French onion soup. It was also very good.
Really good.
Yep. Entrees: wild mushroom pappardelle, duo of broiled lobster tail and grilled jumbo shrimp, filet mignon, shrimp scallopini, and roasted vegetable lasagna. And remember, they also have 4 entrees every night, which is a pasta, chicken, salmon, or New York strip steak. For dessert, sorry, I keep on scrolling, but I can't scroll. Royal cake, baked Alaska, grandma's chocolate cake, New York cheesecake, banana, chocolate, and peanut butter slice. Ooh, with chocolate sauce. Ice cream sorbet and no sugar added ice cream. So there was your menu. So getting back to somebody asked earlier about the food. So it was a little quicker tonight.
Yes.
We were done in about an hour and a half as opposed to an hour and 40 minutes. So a little bit faster. But ultimately, the appetizers started a little quicker. But then there was a bigger gap between the appetizers and the main course. That's where the gap sort of at least felt. Why I would have thought, because everything was faster, we're going to be out of here about an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, I think he was expecting us to have 4 appetizers again.
Yeah, I don't know.
We only had 2 each tonight.
Yes, but it started. The food started quicker.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So.
Yes.
But yeah, it was good.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah. Edward Flying Lions, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yo, how's the food overall? Overall, fantastic.
Yeah.
We ate at the buffet for lunch, for breakfast, and then the restaurant for dinner. That was today. Breakfast, actually, she didn't have breakfast. She went back. Lisa went back to the cabin. I stayed out, did some video with the sun rising and stuff for some highlight videos later, and I had some breakfast. Breakfast looked great. The eggs actually looked like they were freaking cooked and not running around everywhere. There was real bacon. We had bacon today. There was no faking. Regular sausage as well. So that was all good. And so there's 2 buffets on the ship. There's your main buffet Il Mercato, which is on deck 18. Then there's another one, La Brasier, I think. Brasserie. Anyway. That one opens earlier. And even though they had the scrambled eggs and they had omelet stations and all that stuff, it was still a little bit smaller than the one downstairs. So I'm not sure if the full offering was there. I would just like to see a few more like sweetie things, like pastries.
We've been craving donuts.
Yeah. I saw them getting ready to put some out downstairs. But I'd already committed to eating up there because the downstairs didn't open until 7.
Gotcha.
And I was waiting to go. So
yes, that's why I left, because I was like, I got 30 minutes. I could be sleeping.
Yeah. So for lunch, I had some fried chicken, some mashed potatoes, which they were a little off, but still mashed potatoes.
They're
it was
pretty
good.
thick.
They had some creamed corn, which we liked it slightly better on the sea ships. But it was still really good.
Yeah.
We just liked it better on the other ships. What else? I had a couple slices of pizza, or one slice. I can't remember.
Had
One
some
slice.
green beans.
Of course, their pizza's the best.
The green beans were, oddly enough, they were cold. They were good. They were cooked perfectly. They were
just
tender. They were just cold.
Trying to think of what else we had. I know I had a couple other things. I had a slice of bread. What else?
Chicken, mashed potatoes. I guess that's all I had.
Yeah.
I had kind of a light lunch.
Yeah.
Because we ate late, and I didn't want to.
And tons of variety. Look, once we get to showing you what the buffet looks like, up on 18, gosh, it's gigantic.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them. one on deck 18 and one on deck 19, which isn't quite as big, but I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, overall, the food is better than we experienced on the Aqua. Again, I will preface this. That's what we experienced. If it has gotten better, great. That was not our experience.
Yeah.
The food on the Aqua was not good.
And again, you have to remember food is a subjective thing.
Yes.
You know what I like, you might
Yes.
not like. So,
Yes.
but for us, we love the food on MSC.
And we're figuring it was provisioned by
Yes.
by European outfitters, if you will.
We called the bacon fakin on the Aqua for a reason.
Yes. So
And go look at the pictures on Facebook if you want to see what I'm talking about.
Victoria says we started sailing on NCL in 1984.
Mhm.
Our first ship was the Norway, which has been retired from the fleet. We were so loyal to NCL, but within the past 5 years, the quality has gone down.
That I think is across the board, though.
I don't know. It was more so. That's why we stopped sailing with them.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why we stopped. But I mean, Carnival. I feel like the quality of the food's gone down in that. We just started sailing on MSC this past
Year
year,
and a half,
so we
so we have
really
no
don't have a
preference.
reference on that.
Yeah.
But all of the other cruise lines that we have sailed on in the past, I feel like it has gone down across the board.
My first sailing was on the Seaward on NCL. My second was the Norway. So yeah, that was a great ship. Horrible weather we were having, but that's all right. We're sailing on the Aqua on April 26th. We're hoping all things have improved and the quality has returned. Based on some of your reviews, we're going to keep an open mind. Yeah, we had a couple of good dinners in the main dining room. The chicken
Yes.
corno bleu was fantastic.
Yes.
And what was the other meal that we had that was really good? I don't remember now.
I don't remember now either, but I know we had like 3 that we were like, wow, that was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. So
The-
but that was it. Outside the teppanyaki.
Yes.
We
But in the main dining room.
yeah.
Yeah, we had 3 that were really
Yeah.
good in the main dining room.
And we're surprised that the food in Onda and
Just the menu
I almost
selection.
said Butcher's Cut. Their steak place, not Butcher's Cut. That's here.
Cagney's.
Cagney's, thank you.
Yes.
Would have been better. We just, again, it just wasn't good meals. So
just menu
yeah.
selections.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry for the long message. I just felt I had to put that out there. No. When you do,
Please
when you get on,
do.
let us know. If you're not part of our
Yeah.
Facebook group, make sure you go to our Facebook group. There it is.
Mhm.
You should become a member of Victoria and post some pictures and let us know if they've made some changes. If restocking the ship with food, based out of U.S. suppliers, changed the quality of what was being served.
Oh, I'm quite sure it probably has.
Yeah.
But yes, please post your pictures and don't worry about the long sentences. We love it.
Chris said, did I hear you say baked Alaska on your second night? That's impressive. My favorite dessert. Exactly. That always used to be like the final night thing to look forward to, right? The big prime rib dinner and with the flaming baked Alaska that they brought out. Of course, they don't do any of that crap
they don't flame
anymore.
them anymore.
You get a little slice on a plate. There it is. But yeah, that was tonight for dinner. And it was good. Lisa's going to, again, also when it comes to the Facebook group, we do put different content up there. All the pictures of the food we eat, the menus, daily activities.
If I can find them.
if we can find them, or if we get the paper version that we can
Yeah.
take pictures of. I'm pretty sure I've seen paper versions.
They do have. They're trying to get everybody to do wireless. They've got QR codes and
Yeah.
they want you to scan. But I've asked for paper copies, so
Yep,
hopefully we'll be getting
there's
those.
one sitting right there for tomorrow.
Perfect. So starting tomorrow, we'll have the dailies
Yep.
that I can post.
But anyway, we post all that stuff in our Facebook group. So there you
Yes. Yes.
go. Yesterday's stuff, did you post it before the stream, or we're going to do it after?
I posted before the stream.
So yesterday's is all up there now.
Yes.
Victoria says, I am already a part of... Perfect. Awesome. We'll
Yay.
see you there.
Awesome.
Terry's like, I'm getting hungry. Okay, great. Fine. Snack time, everybody. Danny's hungry. Oh, God, that's still killing me. It is snack time, everybody. Grab your favorite snacks. Grab a beverage if you didn't drink it all during the cabin crawl. And let's have a snack. We're having some cookies.
Yes, we are.
A little snack music for everybody. All right, what did everybody have for your snack? Leave it in the chat. I want to know what you had for a snack. By the way, I keep on forgetting housekeeping notes. If you're watching the replay of this and you want to know anything about MSC, specifically the MSC World America, we are on it right now, 100% live. You're looking at a camera outside of our balcony. There you go. I'm moving it down so you can see the ocean. We've been following the moon tonight, but no better time to get an answer than now. So if you're watching the replay, leave a comment. We do answer all of our comments. We answer all of the comments. if you're with us live and have a question, just type the word question like Chris just did that you see and leave it in the chat, and we will do our best to either answer it now or get answers. Speaking of answers, let's answer yesterday's questions.
Or at least the ones that I have answers for.
Yes.
Let's see. How much does a cliffhanger cost? And video for Alex. Well, I got the cliffhanger cost, but I did not get the video cost. Sorry, I got to go back up there again tomorrow. Cliffhanger is $5. They also have a charge for bumper cars that is $7. Any of the activities out there on the harbor.
Hang on.
You have to sign a waiver to be able to participate in any of those activities. With the waiver, you get a nice little wristband. You do not have to keep it on the whole time. You can take it off, and they'll go back up there. They've got your waiver on file, and they'll give you a new wristband. But this lets the ride operators know that you have signed the waiver, so you're good to go. So there's that. Let's see. Chris also wanted to know if there's a place for suites. Yes, you can go to Sweet Temptations on deck 8.
Back of the ship.
The back of the ship. They have crepes and waffles and shakes and candies. They also have frozen yogurt that you can put toppings on. They sell it by weight. If you've ever been to Menchie's, it's something similar to that. Also down on deck, I believe it's deck 6. I didn't write it down. They have Jean-Philippe chocolate and cafe. Jean-Philippe More is the top chocolatier in France. So all of these chocolates are kind of designed by him. So you can get handcrafted chocolates and you can get gelato. And that leads into Chris's other question about how much chocolate covered strawberries are. That is where you get your chocolate covered strawberries. They are $12, and it is a cone that is filled with 8 to 10 strawberries covered in your choice of chocolate. So you can get dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, whatever you want with that.
Right.
And let's see. I think that is.
Shout out to Len and Jackie.
Shout out to Len and Jackie.
Shout
as
out
well.
to Len and Jackie. All right, you need to also write down. I thought there was another question there. I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do they charge for second entrees like all other MSC ships?
I believe. I'll have to verify. I believe
confirm.
first and second is free, and the third I think is $5. But I'll verify. And who's that for?
That's for William Chang.
For William. Okay.
That's Carnival's. The first 2 are free, and the third one's $5.
Is it? Okay.
But I don't know if MSC does. I don't know. We've never tried to order more than one. We get all the appetizers though.
And again, that was for
William
Chang. Thank you.
Carol had popcorn for her snack. Alex want to know any updates on Cliffhanger. We just gave it. Those are reasonable prices. I think so. Koisha. I'm so
We're
sorry.
probably butchering
we are
it.
Exhausted. Truly exhausted. Kiosha, I'm sure is how it's probably pronounced. Not too bad, and I'm sure that the video comes with the photo and video package. Yeah, we'll find out what that is. She forgot. We'll find that out tomorrow. We'll let you know.
I totally read the top line and video was on the second line. I totally missed it.
Bumper car sounds good for $7. I think so.
Yeah.
Bumper cars, yay.
Yeah.
Not too bad for chocolate strawberries, splitting between 2 people. I would agree. Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah, I think any of those are reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we came across a Greek restaurant last night in our tours of walking, so
yes.
we're gonna have to find our way over there to have some Greek food. And,
yes.
and there's all kinds of eateries on this, and I know they had Italy. I remember reading that's first ship to have that brand on board. Italy.
Yes.
Italian. I didn't look at the menu when we were walking last night, though, so we're going to go back and look at the menu for that. So, yep. But like I said, tonight we're going to try to get the rest of the inside of the ship finished. So it would be above deck 12. There is no deck 13 and or 17. So 17 is a European myth, if you will. It's bad luck. And in America, it's 13, right? So there's no deck 13 because this is an American ship. The rest of the MSC fleet has a deck 13.
But no 17.
But no 17.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have a 13 or a 17. Anyway. So we have to get from above deck 12, which, of course, includes all the outdoor areas and stuff. So
yes,
we're going to do that tonight. So tomorrow, for our broadcast, we are going to be doing deck 5 and deck 6 public spaces. So make sure you cue in for right of that. And, of course, we might give the ship away tomorrow, too. Don't know. Anyway, hang in there for that. Okay. Elka wants to know, where is the Night Entertainment Nightclub? I loved Cabaret on the Seascape. It happens in several different places, and it moves around and changes. The Luna Park seems to be a club at night. The Panorama Lounge in the back is a club at night.
Yes.
And of course, the Loft is where the comedians are. And there's also like little solos and duos that happen all around the ship, from inside the gin. God, what's the name? It's gin. The gin.
I want to say
something
factory,
or
but I don't think that's right.
No. Anyway,
yeah.
There's just entertainment everywhere.
Yes.
But the big stuff, you got your showroom in the front, the main theater. You've got the Panorama Lounge in the back,
which is a huge theater,
and the Loft, which is where the comedians are.
And like you said, the Luna Park. Luna Park is another theater.
Luna Park is a convertible space. It's basically a big box. In this case, more of like a big rectangle. And if they want to use it as a club, the seating is all pushed back accordion style, just kind of like the main theater in the Aqua, where the main seats kind of push back. And so if they needed to have it for a seating type thing, they bring all the chairs out, and then it's got, stadium seating. But there was it was club last night. Excuse me, everybody. Because when we got in there, they were still cleaning up the mess.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. Ika, they're everywhere. Yes. I think I said Elka the first time. I meant Ika. I'm so sorry. What about trying Ola Taco? I don't know. Maybe we haven't looked at the menu. We haven't, as I told you before, outside of the things that we've talked about, meaning getting up all night, videoing until the sun came up, breakfast, sleep, up, lunch, show, editing all day, eating dinner. Now we're broadcasting. That is literally everything. And looking at menus and different things. Now, Lisa had a different day than I did. She doesn't do the editing. So while I was in here editing, she was out shooting videos and looking at stuff. Have you looked at the menu on Ola Taco yet?
I have not.
We have not. Okay.
I have not.
So we'll get to it. I don't know. JP says, how much is the cover charge for Paxos in Italy? Oddly enough, you can write that down. But Paxos, if I remember, is $24.99. I swear I remember seeing that somewhere. I will confirm. But for some reason, it sticks in my brain.
Don't they have the chalkboard out in the front?
But that's just like special things.
Just to go, like
Maybe.
grab and go kind of the thing. They've got a couple of grab and go a la carte
like
items.
$8, $5, whatever.
$4, yeah.
But I saw a board that had, this is $40, this is $29.99, this is $30. And I just don't remember where it was. So we'll check on that, JP, and we'll let you know tomorrow for sure.
That was for Paxos and Italy, and that's for JP.
Yes. Now, of course, if you're doing one of their specialty restaurant packages, I'm sure Italy could be part of that. I don't know if you'd want to include Paxos. I don't know if it's expensive enough for that, but anyway.
Oh my gosh, you gotta love spell check.
Oh yeah. Proaxis.
Praxis and early.
Lucille says, do you know if the Fun Pass also covers the cliffhanger and the bumper cars? I don't know. We will ask. You want to just take a picture of that?
Yes.
because it's got the Paxos in Italy on there too.
Okay.
Let me just take a picture of that. Lisa's taking literally a picture of the chat, so she'll remember.
It's faster than me trying to type in notes with all my little spell checks.
Chris wants to know, is the food in the main dining room very different than the food in the yacht club and quality? Yes.
Yeah.
The food up in the yacht club is both different and the quality is both higher. The best example I had to give was like on this cruise. You have 4 mainstay items every night in the menu.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pasta of some kind, penne pasta, and choose whatever sauce you want. A chicken, the salmon, and then a New York quote unquote strip steak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Up in the yacht club, I forget what their every night stuff is except for the meat. It's filet.
It's not New York strip.
And not a garbage cut of filet.
Yeah.
Cut it with your fork kind of filet.
Yeah.
And so the quality and the offering of the food up in the yacht club is better than the main dining room.
Agreed.
No, she's going to try it. She's going to try Cliffhanger. Ola Taco is $24.99 all you can eat. See, I told you $24.99 stuck in my head from somewhere, and I just don't remember where it is. And I was also interested, I'm sorry, I was talking about
Ola
Taco. I was talking about, Paxos.
Paxos in Italy.
I think Paxos is the same.
It probably
as
is.
$24.99.
Yeah, it probably
Yeah,
is.
we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got time. We've got time. Speaking of time, what we don't have time for is to hang out much longer because we have to get up in a few hours and continue the tour. But Danny, I did get your softball the last time. I just wasn't ready to talk about it. What Danny was trying to lead me to is we have a group cruise coming up. There it is. 208 days from now, y'all. Group cruise. Here's some information on it if you want to consider joining us.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples,
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. There you go, everybody. Group cruise on the Carnival Horizon. It is an 8-day cruise going to the southern Caribbean route, which is Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. Mm-hmm. Amazing destinations. Make sure you join us. If you want to join us, just send me an email. We are not agents. We didn't, create this to make money off you guys. We just want to hang out with the Tall Man Clan, have our big first group cruise ever. So we do have an agent that put it together for us. So if you send me an email there, I will forward the agent's information to you. Ron Jones, I'm sorry if I got your last name wrong. He just asked to join the cruise, so we just forwarded the information to him, and Kathy's already reached out, and they're communicating and everything. So looking forward to meeting you, by the way. Enjoy.
Absolutely.
So if you want to join us, just send me an email. Just title it, I want to join the group cruise, and I will forward you Kathy's info. Okay, so there is that. You do have to book into the group cruise to attend the group functions. Okay, so it is November 8th on the Carnival Horizon. So block out your calendar, send me an email. Let's tear this place up.
Yeah.
All right. The reminder again of what I'm going to miss. Tomorrow, deck 5 and 6, plus the potential chance of winning that. A 1-400 Lego brick type model replica of the MSC World America. This does not exist. We actually had it commissioned to be built. We hired a Lego designer
To be designed.
like a Lego brick type designer to have it designed. So yeah, this doesn't live on a website. You can't buy it in a store. It's not on the MSC ships in their store. This sucker's big. I know it may not look big in the picture, but I'll have the actual piece count I think tomorrow. So I'll let you all know. But I'm venturing to say it's going to be 5,000-6,000, maybe even a little bit more. Because remember, there's also the whole back area. There's the promenade balconies. So instead of the inside sort of being hollow, there's cabins in there. And there's cabins in here as well. So yeah, and of course a lot of Q&A tomorrow. So
Yeah.
you don't want to miss any of the live show. 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much. We appreciate your help. Not a problem.
Our pleasure.
Angela's going. I guess that means we got to leave too. Victoria wants to know, do they still do lobster night? That was tonight.
That was tonight, yeah.
Lobster and fillets.
Filet.
Yep, that was tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When and what is your next cruise, or is it the group cruise? Oh God, no. No, we got many more coming up. Cruises forever.
We do.
But outside of the inaugurals that we've announced that we're doing this year, and of course the group cruise, because we want you all to come with us, we haven't told anybody what those other cruises are. We keep those a little bit of a surprise. But after this, we have some dry time. We're on land for a little bit, and then we've got another surprise cruise coming up in is it April or May?
May.
I think it's May sometime.
Yeah.
So we have some more coming up. That's going to be a fun one. You guys are going to love it.
You're going to want to watch that one for sure. Yeah.
So, but we still broadcast. Again, if you're new to the channel, we outside of ships when we're not here, we do broadcast still live a show at least once a week, every Sunday night. Do kind of a weekend review of the cruise industry, some of the news, some of the things, a little chat, just stuff, and we keep you guys engaged. And of course, we are constantly still releasing videos every day, because we have just a backlog of stuff, months and months and months and months of footage that we video when we're on these ships that is getting edited and putting out. Like right now, I think we're releasing 3 or 4 videos every day, plus the live show. It's crazy. So anyway. Dry time, DRY. We have a little land time. I'm not sure. I mean, we were gonna have our next drive will be if we do it, will be late June. If we do it, I think we have to go to Virginia, not on a cruise for work, and so that's like 10-11 hour drive, but that'll be an all night drive. So maybe we do that. We'll see, Danny.
Yeah, for those of you who are new to us, we actually do still work for a living.
Chris, you guys are so sly and so smart. If I gave you the date, by tomorrow, you will have the 30 particular options, or actually it's probably more than 30. You know how many ships leave on the same day? Yeah, of options in that date. So no, we want to surprise you. This is another good one.
This is a good one. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to run. We've been with you for a couple hours. We are exhausted. We've still only slept a few hours. And we have another long night of videoing the ship. But we'll be back tomorrow night at 9:00 to continue. And you guys all know the drill, at least those who've been around for a while, right? You don't have to go home, but you do. Well, we don't have to go home. I can't even get this right. I'm out of here. Peace.